Right, welcome to episode 36 of Ladies Wot Pod with a special guest, such a special guest, our cake. There is tales behind the cake as well. And welcome Matt Ferguson, Matt Phillips, as it's known as Scrum Coach, and one of our, if not our most devoted partner, who has been spiraling into the company while we've not been potting. It's not known as Shape and D. Who's not Shape and D? Who's eating what cake when? Well, what else being that way? You're more of that later. Yeah. Yes. So, welcome, Matt. I am Disorders, Chairman Seth Foster, half 84 parts. And I am half Claire Jones. I'm not wearing a hat. No hats, but no right camera in there. No headgear and no video. So today we have moved to the handles of the Scrum Lounge, and we are so honoured to be in the Scrum Lounge. So normally it says you ask that, but Kristen vaguely thought, well, this thing we can sort. I look at this, didn't think that. Yeah, so happy around the Scrum Club to get into the Scrum Lounge. So I think we're the honorary Scrum Club members in the next,
It's got a free pass.
Free plans, yeah, because we know the right people to have our names on the list, obviously, but Dover was quite good. So welcome. Shall we start with our usual question of how did you get, not how did you get into Delhi, as in what came down the environment? How did you arrive on Saints and your rugby journey?
Yeah, so I started professional coaching in 2003. I was one of the first RFU employee coaches with the influx of money from the Matt Ferguson World Cup in 2003. Back in Shropshire, which is my home county. So that's where I sort of learned my trade. Sort of doing 4 schools a day, in and out of schools. 5 days a week, and then progressed from that. At my coaching took over my playing reduced, and I decided that I was playing National League rugby at the time, but I was missing or playing opportunities to go to leadership seminars and have opportunities to coach regional teams. So I made a decision relatively early to actually put more eggs into the coaching basket. Had a really good 8-year stint with the RSU. Ended up where I became National Lead for the Scrum program. Worked out Greg Actor at the time, who was the senior in the Scrum coach. And that opened up an opportunity for me over the bridge in Cardiff. So my first, I actually turned up my interview at Bedford Blues in England RSU. Just a brand new vehicle.
So diplomacy is on a year.
I really hadn't really thought about that. Luckily, I had 4 stays when I returned. But that was actually my first stint into the professional game. I had a great 2 years at Blues, but always destined to get back home, get back to England, get away from those third world countries, and move across. And then moved up to Bristol. Joined Bristol. Had a great time at Bristol, and then left Bristol to join London Welsh. The year London Welsh got promoted. Again, my life is populated with lots of sort of sliding door moments, but basically Bristol played London Welsh in the Championship playoff.
Yes,
there's a two-legged affair. The London Welsh coach at the time was my ex-coach, Cardiff Blues, and I'd yet to commit to Bristol for the following season. He said that if London Welsh was to win playoff, he'd go to Premiership, he'd like to employ me. So it's actually a video and the final whistle with everyone I could breathe today, taking my Bristol point of view, and he was sort of whispering in my ear saying, would be put on to take contract.
So you thought you were ex-father and you ended up in Oxford?
So, so we actually trained, we trained all the apart. So it was actually the best. We didn't want to get in. I think it was potentially, maybe Newcastle took that off us last year, but I think we probably had one of the worst, season with the worst record. But what it taught me was a lot of those guys couldn't afford to live in Richmond, because it was the sort of scenario there where he didn't win the playoff until like the end of May. It was like 2 years so time. So we had loads of chat. Like my first recruitment meeting for London and Welsh was with a landscape gardener in the Orange Tree.
The Orange Tree gardener.
And he turned up there at the best. I'd been working there. We offered him a contract to play prop in Premiership, but it just meant that 1 night a week he could stay in Richmond. The rest of the time was still doing his guy. So that was a fascinating year. For lots of reasons, when you lose every week, you can't. Fortunately, a lot about yourself, but also how you keep the spirit of a group of men together. So that was some of my fondest coaching memories. But that had opened an opportunity to get back to actually do 3 years with Woody, leading into the 2018 World Cup, and the first time that Woody became full-time players. So you said I took the captain, Emily Scarrett, basically was world-class lining players. Did a great 3-year stint, but then beat New Zealand over in New Zealand, which was right up there as the highlight point of my career, and still not happened since. And then we lost the World Cup final at Ireland to New Zealand, and then it was in the aftermath of that, me sort of weighing up where my next move would be, that Boydie phoned me.
Wisdom in your ear this time.
And there's a story with that. And initially, when Boydie first offered me the role, I was a little bit unsure and said to them that I need a little time to think about it. And I always remember he sort of said, look, I haven't met him personally by this stage. It was just over the phone, and came in for an interview. And he said, look, I see the side of your waist. I'm pretty sure I can catch you if you want to. You can shoot the right way. And I had no idea. A classic sort of boy user. What he sort of meant was that he liked day one, which is again credit to the man, and also the legacies that behind. He was really clear he wanted to work with developed coaches. So he picked his team with Dave, Sam, Dick, and myself at that time. And his bit was that if he could catch me to make 20 players better, and he could help Sam make play better, and Dave make 20, then all of a sudden you're an impact on 100 players rather than keep doing running around. And it was the first time in my whole career that I've actually had a head coach interested trying to develop the coach.
Really? Yeah.
That's never happened previously.
Really? That's about expected you
just find that gap there. And the great news is that we would all say that we had that fantastic development through Boydie. What I know now is that's been taken on West Ham Day, so we still have our sort of about every 12 weeks we'd sit down with those two and we discuss.
So you're challenging his
and to improve, and the straight way you said that's ultimately the professional work you can. So they do something, you review it. We have as much need to get better, improve. Dave makes it in probably weekly meetings. Everything we do is to get better, and I increase that as well. So for me, that's when people talk about my time here, and I think that's fantastic 6 years of people speak to me about real highlights. Is that fact that investment on to improve. That it's, hopefully if we get better, then products and they try to reduce to our players helps them as well. And so that's the journey.
So somebody's very supportive.
Yeah.
Is it that could go horribly wrong with some people? So that routine, sticky on my early career where you work, but where you got constant work,
But I think that's the key. Like we ask the players every session. They say, have you seen them talk about the drains in the air, or you can't stop them out that had been video and somebody commented about it. And I just think it's and it's across, and I speak to many of my colleagues across the league, and they're envious of the fact that we have that in this idea that we want to get better. You know, I never met at the start of the CPD, the SSC, the local CPD. We ourselves, I've been at staff, went to that time at store, I think Sharks, we looked at different environment. We went to Silverstone and we were actually, in the off season, and the coaches, we spent the F1 Silverstone in the garage. In that, it's called the one garage. Now, that's when I say in the garage, I mean touching distance away from the tyre changes happening. To see how the communication, the drivers, is it great, where do we come in, where do we go? And that, and guess, like, it's very easy to say, is that day out, well, it's actually what learnings can we take from, because that helps that over the pitch.
And going out in an environment like that, it's amazing how much you can see that you think, that is a bit of practice, but
they had incredibly amount of flapjacks. Well, my first question was after was that, so the pitman, people that changed it, and the latest pit people, as a city, they would watch the race from a TV. So they'd have TVs on the screen, they'd be sat on there at their chairs like that.
I mean, you think they're all
and they're texting, they're eating flapjacks, then all of a sudden we were privileged to have the piece up 12. You would just hear 20 seconds and the whole place was rocked. And within 20 seconds, they would go from being sat where they were to having their tights, having their drills, and the shoot. And then again, for me, I'm not a huge motorsport fan, but watching them warm up, quite to the prayers of the race starting was they pushing the car, they pushed the car into position, they did this, and then now not quite open that. Someone's a bit slow on it, and it was all those parts. And one of the things that we spoke about in this group here, one of the enabled ideas is actually a Formula One car is Scrum, in the fact that the front row comes to the sip tires, so the people aren't necessarily motorsport fanatics, but on Formula One you have a large, slick, wide tyre that has no grip on it. Most front row forwards tend to be quite large, wide, and slicks. Not a huge amount of hair, maybe. And the job of Formula One tyre is to transfer power from the engine onto the track.
Really?
Compare that to, say, the rally car that has the big grooves. They're trying to find their own traction.
Yeah.
So, all this stuff that Claire's been reached about for years in terms of what body shape and what all these harnesses do is to get you into that shape there so that you can transfer the power that comes from behind you onto the opposition. Yeah. So it was just for me, taking videos of that now. Initially, people would go, my partner, Johnny Boy's day out to sort of, Formula One. But actually, there was so much learning that I took away from that communication, how it worked. So that kind of stuff. Now, when you speak to your colleagues in clubs, they find that sort of stuff pretty.
And it all seems to come very naturally now. You expect to do it. So part of the investment is not only running a coaching session where we're achieving what we need.
Yeah.
One of the next game, also working out is our coaching, is what we're doing as coaching work. So there's this double investment all the time, but it comes very naturally as a coaching group.
And it's often when I listen to the pod driving to and from home, I often make phone calls on the way over to players. And I sort of, what are we doing this afternoon? So watching the small league session about when you sort of, gone over at lunchtime and sat in Costa, we've actually sat down with the coaching group and we've watched those 2 hours in the office and sat chatting about something, trying to point something else out. And then when we was there at 4:35, that sort of, we replayed that morning again.
Yeah.
And so just to make clear, sort of put stuff out, plays the next day. It's when you sort of think, what have you been doing this afternoon? What's been working? It's actually a really.
Well, that's what you get, because there's the only time I've ever been on the bus on the radars was that during COVID when we went to Stubbing. And what fascinated me was literally, you all got on the bus, the pizza arrived, and then in a second, all your laptops were there, and you're munching on the pizza, going through the gate,
that's literally, you just finished, less than an hour ago, make a notice of what you need to do.
For a full, so we get an instant analytical review post-game, and I think that's some of the time of second, but I actually think some of the most interesting each and every meet. And often people say to me, those guys and sit next to the coaches in the box, like, what do they do, guys? It's so that at the game finishes, they can give me a laptop and I can open that and I can see every squad from 3 or 4 angles, our ball, their ball, line out. There's a code that happens straight away. Those then spend most of Sunday coding the game fully through the night or Sunday morning. When we wake up, we have a full code, and that's every player, every activity. So, you can
Attention to detail.
you have so those guys doing that things. It's such a, and you as a player then, if you're first, it's at home Sunday afternoon, you'll be able then to watch the game.
Yeah.
Also watch your contributions every time you catch the ball, and then that allows us then to view our opinions to take to a review on a Monday, but also then the players have their views on what they think happened. So
you've already started planning the next day before we meet in place.
Yeah. So traditionally on a 7-day turnaround, we were travelling away. So we're playing Bristol away first game. We would arrive there Friday lunchtime. Coaches can spend Friday afternoon in the hotel, really previewing the team we're playing following Saturday. So that has been occasions where it will warm up for a match I'd use the what opposition. or turn around and said, we've got to keep them call out of this, and then someone says, we're playing back on this. The other coaches are what right at me, but yeah, so before normally a Saturday fixture has started, we have already done our preview and our plan for the one following each. And then once we've done our review on a Sunday from the game we've played, one personally always finish the Sunday then by watching the next team there last day. And that just to make sure, does that confirm my feelings?
Is it also
going into it? And then it start to move it and start playing again.
Yeah, attention.
attention, Steve? Well,
That's how we got there, but...
No,
So the flapjacks, anyway, so
Yeah,
one of that,
flapjacks, yes.
they're incredible amount of flapjack. High protein, high energy flapjacks. Well, it's true.
we did that in flapjacks. They play part, they played hard, and with certainly with the hook.
But yes, it's like the settlements. He blamed the flapjack for his red card. They considered.
Then got shot because he hadn't got chocolate chips.
All right.
Yes.
When Francis did, one of the questions, attention to detail, one of the questions on my list, which I'll go straight into that is, do bonkers have to be slightly bonkers?
100%. And that's going to put a little bit of context on that. That you'll be asked to put your hands on your head.
Yeah,
And you're now going to get 2 tons of weight and shoot right in the nose.
And how do you accept?
And let's be honest, if there's an example of pretty crazy hookers in my time here from Mr. Hartley, Mr. Hayward, Miss America, see, Curtis. The only one actually that is concerning me somewhat about is his young brother Curtis, Nathan, who seems to be relatively in control of his own model.
That's a bit worrying.
Oh yeah, and he's still very young in our relationship, but between the two of them, they're worlds apart. But I've never met her.
I'm done.
Same things.
That's just yeah. So we have some people who watch the listeners of the pod who are seasoned rugby watchers, but then we have others who don't. So try and elucidate what's the mean and what's the difference in terms of training, and how do you become one or the other, really?
Great question. Invariably, your physical stature and your genetics mean that you actually make your way into the front row, and then when you get to the front row, into one side or another. So, if we use, one of the pod's favourite, Big Trev.
Big Trev.
Yeah.
I just met you. Yeah, the door to me.
So Big Trev is a tight head, okay? Tight head because he has somebody pushing on each side of his head. So his head is stuck in a hole, head tight. They tend to be your bigger, your heavier, tend to be much more duller type guys. You tend to, when you look at Trev, there's not a big difference between his shoulders and his hips. It's just a block. It's a mass, and that can be embarrassing compared out to say a Middles, who's probably more of a squat block, but it's still very large block.
Yes, yeah. It's Mr. Q. Isn't it? Yeah, that's it.
And that invariably, their role, they are equal first.
Yeah.
They often work on their own. So your hooker that you mentioned earlier will be very closely connected to the loose head that they will come onto. The tight head often is that Arabedal is on its own. You very, very rarely have a good scrummaging performance without your tight head doing his work.
Right.
He may not always get, and Trevor, I think, in my opinion, Trevor's the best tight head in the Premiership last year. Now, often that your scrum rewards may come from a loose leg side, but actually it's a tight head being able to block and having the ear there is the key. The guy on the other side tends to look more triangular, so think of Paddy.
Yes.
And have a little bit of difference between their hips and their shoulders. They're called a loose head because they have one side of their head on the outside loose. That's where the loose and tight head comes from. They tend to be very much called a lopsided type people because they're kind of pushing across.
Which makes so much better.
They tend to be, whereas your tight head tend to be your raw strength and your block will tends to be more your power. So you look at your man, your Tarek of Sue. These are powerful guys. They build heavy things incredibly fast. When we interviewed Luke Breen to come over, and one of the questions I asked is kind of, how would you talk about your sort of scrummaging style? And he said, I'm a tugboat. I continually do bloody big things, and that's actually not a bad analogy of what you'd expect a tugboat from your tight head. Maybe a little bit more of your sort of speedboat from your loose head, and your lag to sit to the
middle a little. That's all of this. But it's interesting. The prop is the thinking man's position. I just felt for context here. My father was a prop, and I'd been told this all my life. I have no reasons to believe otherwise.
Yeah. And only somebody that's been there and done it would be able to quantify it, which is half our issue with the referees. I know the favourite.
Is there a referees?
Nick Wood was the one that went. Nick Wood from Gloucester. He got into St Champ, but so he was only lost about 6 stone away to do it. That's probably why there's not so many. I think the thing about it, where we would say the thinking man game is that it is one of the early parts of the game where you are constantly battling against your opposition. So if you those of you that watch the judo during the Olympic, it is basically a judo type contest. So where we would say, some rest of the world will change, bend over and push, and actually it's way more. We have directions that we go and kind of go. And Sam doesn't say that, by the way. He's actually very supportive about his family for the front rowers. I have to say, it's in track for new guys. But you do hear it, and so yes, I completely agree with your father there. The thinking around combat. It's a combat. It's a combat problem activity, and the force and the weight and the transfer and the movement all comes from thinking.
So I'm going to go into the normal then.
But no,
So which challenge would you bring in?
full stop or around Scrum?
Around shot. Well, you are full stop. You can say I haven't really.
Yeah.
How is it going to go?
Well, no, I actually Scrum a lot more as well. But the one that I think is killing the game at the moment is those more defenders that end up on the other side, sort of dragging those right back onwards. It just seems so easy to say that if you're not fencing your own try line and your opposition get out, I think it just kills a part of the game. The other one, which is quite really controversial, and like being that, and it's obviously being talked about at the moment, is I'm not sure the need for a free kick in the scrum. I go straight penalty. Because I believe that a majority of free kick offences are from poor personal discipline, rather than it being the sort of opposition applying pressure on you. So things like we have non-negotiable lists, and our non-negotiable list are going to a referee call set, overbalancing before the word bind. Now you're in control of that. So when your scrum sets up until the word bind, it's nothing more than a really coarse, a really pretty Irish dance. Like the opposition aren't involved in it. So then if you then can't stand in that right position and you overbalance or you fall over, referees then go sure arm. They now stop that rule from you then shooting the list brag, which again they disagree with. But actually, if you're in a line out and you wander to the wrong side, it's seen to be it's an offence. So if you're away from kicks, I think people would invest way more into that scrum, because what you're going to get that's penalty, you've got an option then to pick. The reason why they're taking away that option to scrum again, it's that you get a midfield or free kick, and teams will often go early because they want to try and get an upper hand advantage, want to try and get in that position before you do. But again, it's breaking the law.
Yeah.
You can't put the hands in a rut. So why do you go before set? That was free kick. Nobody got the team then say, "Oh, what a scrum again!" And suddenly you've lost 3 minutes of the game, which I get. Interestingly, what I think is quite keep it out in Saints' point of view is we won the second of match free kicks in the league with scrum time last year, and out of 17 free kicks we won, 16 of those we got over the game line. So our go-to free kick is that Minch then taps in, back line, goes through their play. Because when we get to over the scrum, we have a decision of how we're going to play Sky already loaded.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so we won't mention it, but other Midlands-based Premiership teams, main side, actually at the scrum, we want to get a penalty so we can king the corner.
Yeah.
And slow it down and have a rest. So if they don't get a chance to do that, or they get free kick, well, their option is to, we'll go again. It just becomes,
They're not complete. Yeah.
You don't know what comes next. When you see that scrum get before one, and you see a referee saying, use it, and they're all kind of like stood around, well, what can we do next? As soon as we have a free kick, all free kicks happen before the ball thrown in, otherwise get a penalty. So therefore, big runs to back, takes it away, go, and then free to drop ball in the corner. So I actually, for me, as scrum coach, we then say, okay, well, we prevent our goal is to cross the game line, usually put them pressure, getting cross edge shape, whatever. So yes, it's feel around, are we devaluing the scrum? We're probably not devaluing the scrum. What we need to do is have a better buy-in between players, coaches, and referees, and I sincerely mean that as a three. Referees get a load of stick, both in the media and in our service. But actually, it takes both teams to buy into it. And I know both big players, but not every team is using that for that purpose. And if you never play a team that would say, every time there's a rock, put your hand in it and try to lift the ball out. You just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Continually cheated. But if you're looking to take it and clear the floor every scrum because you think at 50-50 that might go one way.
Yeah, the kid.
No wonder the poor referees are getting knocked. And we don't get it right all the time, and that's my job to improve and squeeze out attention. But actually, if you watch it, we'll go free kick straight away. Richard's tapping the ball a bit away. Now we're now asking that group to go run somewhere else. If we're playing our game, a lot of teams probably think that same bit because they can dash for those scrum.
Yeah.
This year that can't happen. So that would be interesting to see. To see what that means. But yeah, we've done my role for a large part of the pitch is still to fight scrum, that is just getting to get knocked.
Because it is frustrating, is it, when you watch teams that you know, in the breath they're from, and you go, well, I can see his hustle. So he cannot be, I don't think in the church, he cannot be driving straight when the scrum goes down, and there's the penalty, and you're just thinking, oh, come on. Excuse me, let's just do referee. I'm watching that gentleman's up.
Yeah, there is a little bit around quarter effect, which I think I'm actually doing a bit next week for some referees around that. And that what often gets penalised, well, we're on a way different topic now, but what often gets penalised is sometimes it's the effect one calls. So your example there would be if our big tight end doesn't stay square, chooses to do that and follow it, which then means that our loose set, our Manny there has nowhere to put because all of a sudden Manny has to follow him into that hole.
Yeah.
It's that hole. So then you're right, what you're saying, you're saying I can see that player's number, it's what the AR is, and the AR is calling in saying green one, I agree the green one is at an angle, but what's created in being there is that the tyre that should stay square, it lost his battle.
These things, yes.
That's the effect how that. If you miss that first picture,
Yes.
if you think about taking it with your camera, if you miss the first bit of tyre doing that, the second picture you take, you set point. And that's what gets.
I think it's when you're watching and you see him from the sector. And
they are playing what I would agree with. I just think we need to work way harder with referees across the game to, because if the scrum wasn't what it is now, then our game be great.
Yeah.
The characters in our big schools, big red is not playing any other sport.
That's
And I stand else.
Really?
So I just think it is a three-way. It's so frustrating.
What do you know any particular ref that you think has got the better measurements than any of the other sort of they all have?
No, do you know what? And I'm always a huge fan and felt way more the best scrum record came across. Now I know Super brought that name up to this one. It was
It's been a history though.
went before me, but during the time, the reason why I say that during my time with the RQ of England is that every time that England stumped at Penny Hill, Wayne sat in the machine, not there for him to do his own CPD. So he would be listening to what was being coached, he would be seeing players, and I felt that escape of a really good standard view of it. I think all of the referees across the league have a real clear picture in their mind of what is good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just not sure that yet all of them understand where they get that picture from. Going back to my cause, going back to my debate, and that again goes back to the earpiece thing that we were talking about earlier. Is that by me being able to listen to the referee his feedback to the player is very hard in the heat of the battle when he's going penalty pass Chuck Davidson to the floor. He may feel that Trevor never falls to the floor, he's being close to the floor, which you can't do. But actually he then set out to make sure that movement is actually quite tricky. So for me then to run on the next time and try and have some problem. And there has been times where we found out the lesson getting away last year was Stride example, where
The nice so jagged out.
yeah, we for whatever reason whatever we did was being penalised. So that we have to get better at being able to not only change a picture but change the correct picture that the referee says.
Yeah.
Which goes back to your father's thinking that.
Yeah.
So yes, that's a key part of my role, and actually one of the things that we as a group want to do more of this year. That actually, when you look at it and get the semi-final out here against Surrey, we get to a stage where we're winning 8 pens against Sarah's. Yeah, maybe not all of those are correct penalties, but what happens is in an end you get to a view where the referee makes a section of the view. So being able to break out one of those cycles, this is a key part of that thinking man's game. I know he was sided with the warnings. He spoke back 2 or 3 times where the props speak. That's not accurate. You practice that. Practice that. We wouldn't view that. I think Jen George is the best at it, probably in the game at the moment, in how being able to interact with the referee and to try show a picture, so you see, and they're crucial. They're crucial moments, because if we don't understand what would be penalised for,
Yes, you can't be on change.
you have no chance of one thing. And in a situation where you'll see the ones, and they're the ones that bother me. When I know that we've got something wrong, and it's talented, you'll see our front row get up, and they know that's error. And they're not the ones that bother me when they say shouts down the microphone what the are going on, because that's just that's the job. But it's the ones where I go, actually, I believe we've done the right thing there. We've got to work out what's being seen or what.
Yeah, one always be better.
Which is why it's beautiful thing. Why we spend hours in this room watching that project.
Hello. You actually take it offshore. No, you didn't. What was Alex did that?
That was the board of the sign. When I talked to it, that's one of that. We've been saying kind of the show, yeah.
So what was your favourite ever scroll? And why? Still have to be said.
No, I seen you said it the split out of my eye. It came from my first ever penalty try. But I played, good point, with 5 meters. That's about the first time I got to scoring try in my career, and we driven a team over. The front row was lying back on the floor. I was over the top, so I was celebrating the fact that my first penalty was a try, and that was a day where you all could ball over, not out now with everything went there. So we bet my first one of those. I was only 18 in my first year at senior rugby, and as I was taking this gun on the floor, that I thought I was brilliant. They decided to just whack me straight up. and split. So that was. I also am not a big fan of needles, and given us something else, I'm not a big fan of needles. So that was there. We had 10 minutes. Get 10 minutes blunt. You get the doctor. Would always be a pre-match, and pre-match, and the club played with time. The doctor all smoked the pipe. Vision, feeding. It's just average. The visions have been sort of coming out. So then I refused to have a read or kind of stick stuff. They just put the stereotypes on there. I went back out in 10 minutes because you have muscle mass and the time you're adding and still it's not too wide scar with scarred wear. So that would be
Where's the scars?
That would be one of my favourite.
Remember the Julian scum from like turning red, but it was a bit.
And then we had penalty try in the World Cup final, which doesn't happen. But it's the only time it's been a competition. So any time there's been a penalty try in World Cup final, 7-8, so that was a pretty wonder that that sends my Saints had loads of. I think something about Saints is it's never necessarily always there. You can track me. I think they used to score a try, come to try. Actually, some of the scrums that we've had where we've been able, our back line, to run some of the moves they've done, they are the ones that the crowd are excited about. Like we went to county and the crowd cheer, of course, feeling good about it, but we can all see that. The ones that we talked about most on Monday is our ability to to use that useful ball, ability for to get prioritization, get on lead, get the channel right, we call this thing. The ball then gets cut into a hooker. Robbie then has to strike it back to an A4 piece of window inside Sammy Graver's foot, which then allows Mitch to pick it up at the same speed, gets feet going, blah, blah, blah. The average person in Wales probably would just see the the outcome. They're some of the ones that excite me the most. And obviously last year, not great year it was, but the ability for us to, when not all parts of our game was going well in that semi-final against Sarries, and the Scrum come to the forefront and play big parts within the game. When I think now, it was like what's your favourite moment of winning Premiership? When Twickenham was a bit of a blur, but actually I remember being out here. But actually, you speak to him, you come out the corner to go, like, boys won today, and go, what is my question would be, why were we so successful last year compared to other years? Is that we didn't have any pressure, any one facet to continually be great. So over the season, our ball defence was outstanding, and when it didn't, because no one can have a great all the time, our fence play attack became awesome.
Yes, yeah.
And then when our attack was firing, we kept people out of the defence, and then when things weren't going up quite well, then we got stuck into Savage and Scrum, and get 9 points from your Scrum, and you take turn there, but really had goals the game out. If you look throughout the season, that would be the reason.
There were lots of balances.
I think that when it's sort of going like that one of Cherish, on in the basin.
Yes, yeah.
Where mentioned is.
Yeah.
There were a couple of instances. We were dominating in the first half. It wasn't a particularly high scoring stuff, remember, right?
Yeah.
But then particularly that last defence, just before half time. And you could see there were services players looking at each other going, what do I do? What we do? We thought, we've been able to orchestrate this in the past. What is going on here? Yeah.
I think that's got the successful of all the things and all the signs is that you might read about our DNA, but they'll to rely on different assets at different times. Again, so for me, when those 3 quick moments jump out because they are, they were game-winning quick moments, but actually, my highlight reel would probably be more of, some of the tries that we scored from the Scrum, because by appreciating the any bit before the big.
Yeah. So once you knew the people against Scrum Club, who are you most looking forward to training in
this has been
involved? And who's your favourite child?
This has been the best intake of academy front rowers I've ever had in my 6 years here. We know how great our academy is, how hard others and Sharpie and Jim went to get those players. But for whatever reason, we can say recruited front rowers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Holloway, you've got all these guys, there's 2 boys here that are barely 18 years old and are 140, 125 kilos cost.
And you can see though, I mean, I've been in medical training, and you can see them grow into themselves. It's extraordinary the change that's happened in only a few weeks.
And you look at those guys, and I think they're probably going to be a year or 2 before we come see them. Going forward from with become honest, or even a bit of Bedford. But I think I look at those 2 and go, they could easily be the future of this club's front row for 10 years at the dominant. I think Craig Wright. I actually don't know who won player of former out of 20s, but if it wasn't him, he'd have been very close to being the best player. I mean, there used to be a thing that I think it's always like Craig's hopping close to, or I know I know why Watson, surveying like Watson, or like this real price tag he became under 20s world player of the year type thing. There wasn't many better players to Craig by now.
And he's bonkers too.
And I think
Yes, he's definitely when I came there, I was definitely, yeah.
But so you look at three guys there. Tom Dye, who is just come up South Korea in 18s again. He's now in this environment.
Yeah.
So I think those from a young point of view. But I think it might be a while in before we see them from the ones that we may see in the near future. I think that I do think Luke Green is a really good acquisition for us. Luke Green came with that group of the TPs and the Tarrants from London Irish.
Yeah.
He got injured the year before London, the addition to London Irish happened. So he was short of rugby. They sent him over to America to be managed to zero. I think.
Yeah,
that was something that to get rugby at that summer when unfortunately the problems happened. Irish then staying, but I actually think again, a young 23, 24-year-old English tight head is currently squatting the heaviest amount of weight in the gym, which is the lower leg bum, that kind of stuff, which again is what he needs from your tight heads. I think he's got a give me a new face that people might go, it's a good bit of business. But I don't think we saw the best of Tarrant last year.
No. We saw promise, didn't we? But
I just think that Shiver will be talking about the Stone session last year that he got injured, that they kicked him out, all that. Just going, is this somebody? He's a young man. It's well treated, with radar, and you never saw it. So again, he's somebody that we get opportunities to play. And I think one of the things that we had to do about the squad is to think about how does the group can change now. That losing Matt Casey will be a huge blow to still.
I just got letting should have spotted that one.
Should have smelt it.
Should have not in a way being friends that did either. Yes,
losing like that big blow to the squad. But what that means there is that it's not cheesy. It's more like great to actually move up the ladder.
Yeah.
Sue and Beast, store the club. Maybe like retiring, we'll then just move the ladder through. So I think we're actually there's loads of chat going around in Scrum, even sort of set piece stuff. But I actually think there's not many. There's not any other clubs that are as well stocked as we are as from rowers. And in my job is to try and develop that. And what is a constant question is you can't really microwave your front rower. You look at your Mr. Henniges and your Finn Smiths and whatever. I believe you can microwave them. They can get the scene early. They can. They should have. And Matt is will probably always be my best example of that now. There's a little bit of definitely facts. We've got Brian doing that first year where we had my 18 crisis, but where he's gone from being an 18-year-old number 8 to now going on, being called up by him to go to the
for one,
for a large bag of kids, but he wouldn't play. He knew it wasn't just there, but he wouldn't play. That journey there shows kind of where we go. So it can be sometimes frustrating when you go, this player really good, and what you have to do is got to get those 5 scrums in you. How to get 1,000 scrums from you? Well, the work that we've done recently by getting the players. There'll be some of those young front row. I wouldn't say they're going to be knocked out, but we'll be playing for him clean. Playing for Leicester and Leicester Lions, and therefore we're getting people covering more bases and we'll stop Leicester to Bedford. That's very important today from another championship club with a club that are looking for a prop 5 weeks to monitor and find someone there. And it's time then sort of slow sort of boil the boat. It's got the pressure cooker, and then he's the first comment to me about him, and Manny seems to
grown up today,
that happens from game time really. So it's you just have to start give him a bit of time, be patient with him. But I think it's such a physical position as well.
taking from you.
Taking everything still, you can't, you could actually seriously break the yes, again,
I'm but both mentally and physically, that's the only about it as well. So the crop we are, I still don't think we've seen the best of their price yet. We used to work really hard in the pre-season. He's now looking phenomenal.
you said Hampton Investment is done. As a knowledge.
He's a bit smart. So I'm expecting him to keep on this. So the stable. Yeah, I'm not pretty very happy with it.
When I stayed in a bit of research, and then I checked that China escapes from buildings there too. It's got to do this research. I was looking at the crops, and only when this thing when you actually write them up and down. You know, it's incredible. Yeah, and there's some. I mean, some of the like bouncers as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and if you think that it wouldn't be, unthinkable to have a English front row of a man that is in track wearing the wider million. Like for me, that clearly be that's completely in their hands, backed up by Tarragons, which you really can't do a lot with Robbie or Elliot because they went different way. But I look at that group and I think, if you wanted to, have a...
And they all know, the thing is, they all know each other.
I don't know that.
And we have had it with this before where, your friend goes up, that's who
it's quite nice to get 9 and 10 combination, but I look at those...
Don't think so.
I look at those three and go, this year, it's certainly my goal is to put those three into international orders because, as we've seen in the back line, that has to transfer straight into your forward.
Really. So, I think we're going to end with a question about
yes.
Now, as a loyalist, because I'm assuming you would describe this will be in the car.
Yes.
We want to improve as well as Ladies Wot Pod. Yeah, so you kind of throw it together. That makes them entirely I think he's from
and a fitter yes.
Okay. How do we up our game and improve as poppers?
Well, interestingly, we talk about this as a front row group as well. It's emotional control.
No, then.
Emotional control. So I have been known to giggle occasionally, maybe even sway across the M1 when one of you has become slightly angry about a press pass or where you can't get to the huddle at the end or a certain referee or where and one of the things that Ollie Dixon, our new sports site, who has just come back from winning gold in the Olympics with a clay pigeon shooter. The guy who won. So Ollie, our new sports site, he's this stage. And obviously that's very much emotional control. And obviously once you get to that bit where just sort of tip over a little bit, then it can affect one's performance.
Yes, absolutely.
I would urge you to plan the view around your if something may arise that may upset you, if there may be water on the lens or if Mr. Dixon made the wrong call, then some way of I think the technical term is centering or something.
Yes, that's right.
So I said, yes, just control, bring your point across.
All right.
Without then those talking over with the dummies. And then secondly would be obviously what I do is obviously your IT. Obviously you need to get far better IT involved. Because you start every pod questioning if it's going to work, if it's going to start. Where's this sign and bet come from? Is there? So we have world class analysts that just give me a computer and my computer ways. Don't waste your
get feedback, guys. Don't know the sound variety.
Don't waste your talent worrying about if the internet's going to go off. Use your rugby brains to.
Have you seen the wet big street we go through a cottage?
I'd like that.
Yeah, rural life,
Yeah.
But we get bigger speed eventually.
So there you go. Emotional control and IT excellence.
And then last, what is your favourite beast of all of this nonsense that they started doing?
Just, you know what, it's interesting really because, so I'm Bedford Blues, where I just podcast Big Car Wash and CPD, where I do my learning, and there are, the reason why I love this club is that it reminds me so much of my son-in-laws and of me being a rugby player and me playing through amateur leagues. You know, you look at those people like you in Dowcester, Sam's, that have professional playing careers, play for their country, just into coaching, and there's actually another group of us that have done it completely different. And actually, what this podcast could be any couple of blokes in a bar at Towcester on a Saturday night.
We did it.
Just talking about it. I don't listen to any other podcasts that talk about us because my emotional control may not be good, but I have just can't find that what you and it's your opinions. That's what the thing is. Then modern day media don't give us the kid.
Yeah.
And if the referee upsets you, then fair play. You should be able to say it. But yeah. So for me, it just feels like I'm listening to old mates just full rubbish about rugby.
That's lovely. They ain't pushing it. And some of our friends talk back to us.
Yeah.
Yes. When they're in the gym, they're having a conversation with us, and we're not there.
So yes, I keep doing it. I'm now obviously a little bit annoyed now because obviously I probably won't listen to this one. So now I'm going to be a short. So not only do you have 2 weeks off, we can gallivanted and leave me without.
Whereas after there, and that would put you on the phone.
I'll do it, so now we'll be short for nothing.
And they are the well, and listen to this bit. So I'm now finished with you. So we're going to talk about Towcester Under and a country centre. Sorry, no, we're not either.
Have you got the age group for it?
I've got them right now, but I'm saying I was so talented.
Yeah.
So unbelievably talented. So yes, he's under our feet, understand? He's under 1,000. And he's really looking towards it. Isn't it? So I just getting over the car. And of course, there's the under 7 from fixtures. So we're hoping that the under 10s and the 7 would be on the same fixtures. So we don't have to zigzag across the county to watch them. So yes, but they're quite advanced. Look forward to it. And Harry wants to come on the pod. So he could be our first player. First male player.
He needs to get his agent involved in that first to actually get his fee, get his fee as appearance flying.
That's all kicking off. I suppose the state will start on to celebrate. So we're not with the fixed over just in training. Although they've had loads of tennis already been in pre-season, because they know they need to get the MC. And then walking rugby is back on tonight. I was told, slightly injured in my calf and my tendonitis in my bones. So I will be, again, in defence section.
Have you worked out the shape you need?
I'll see that it. See what they're doing. I'm still not shouting. Ask them if they can sing the shape of their D, and then it's like when we ask them, and I don't control, there's some control.
Or if you just said it in a very broad northern accent, then everybody will think for you. It won't.
None of it. It's pretty much
Can't have a piece thing. Don't like teacher.
Only sounding like your primary school teacher as well. So,
Massive keep doing it.
So yeah, so walking around is that one. Everybody who has went down, it's quite a minute. They're the same as wins.
How's that thing going?
And the home recruitment, we have a couple of people who've joined the AO room with us. Anybody else who wants to be a Highland? It's help. Not having so, it's help. Quickly. Drop us a line, send us an email to the second sports club, and we can get you on the thing, you get behind that list. You'll get a parking pass and a deal to fix them.
Wow.
And an end of season social. I don't know who we're seeing.
Well, Dr. J, fine, so we've got something in his social time.
What about that? Bubble bags? Because obviously I feel that
We are going for one.
But yeah.
Yeah. But you, what are you need that me as well?
Yeah, but
I keep asking where this is interview where
I'm bubble fan, and I've seen it here, the goal
friend when he has a ball, we can't wear red hat because
and you know.
well, I don't seem like, not healthy in a way. And do you want me to have a word with somebody?
No, I was just wondering what design. What
these are collection that's
yeah, it's funny because obviously when we get the kit drop in our first day when we start on the blades pop, everyone's woolly hat comes was later in the year, but fair play to Kevin, our embroider, is I want to make sure that on that first day of June I get my woolly hat and I do have 2 woolly hats. Do you have 2? Do you have
to get multiple I can look at each other.
I have a match day hat that I only wear on match days, and then I have my training hat. Which two separate hats.
But I've noticed that you fold the stomach.
Yeah. So pre-game rather than the grade days, I would just fold it up and go as that hat. Most of the game starts to try and fold it back.
And it almost illustrates here a sort of signature. Well, I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yes, that next game, so yes, the next week you must already have done your plan.
Yes, it's a little bit different pre-season. Obviously, we tend to focus way more on ourselves. The opposition, we have no idea what they're going to bring or who they're going to bring. So, but what I can say, exclusive, is the boys are definitely ready to play. And you can sort of see that by some of the sort of contact session. You just kind of just turn around and you can see sort of Bowser's figures wide. People are still living well with each other. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the thing about next though is things longevity thing great. They bring the young sellers, they're going to be an amazingly well coached team. So and we'll we need to get some minutes into the boys amongst the Leicester and the Bedford game to obviously then crack trade.
Great start away, this one.
And talking about the red Bedford thing last Friday, we were very pleasant evening with good cheers.
Well done, Rupert. No, he actually said that we would pay. That's why I thought we better be because Ladies Wot Logan got player of the match for 20 minutes, scoring 2 tries, and basically having a face that looking like his father isn't crossed the line.
The youngest no, but he got player of the match because he got famous mother, and he got player of the match and showed 2 times in he would get more like, and he can send a message saying it works. So we don't think that's particularly fair. And in with her, we never make our player of the match the same as the one meet. We don't know other people in the world for it.
So I'm going for Africa. I absolutely vote for Africa. So Africa, don't please sing better game. His mum, Devil pointed out, it's only his second game of adult rugby. Yeah.
So he came in with us, and he came playing with us.
Yeah.
We were actually very surprised, and I know we watched that game as a coaching group. And you're right, some of the best mentioned same kind of thing. So isn't it interesting that why did Hendo get out of the match though?
Well, I think Endo's still on that.
Then he's not failed mum, but he did that.
I'll sit something the bulk of the reason so we turned out okay.
Yes.
Whoever scores the last try.
Yes, and there was complete mystery to all of us really.
He would do detect.
Yeah.
The other.
She gets a special medal in this fight.
Well, let's be honest, and not as the rugby that gone up we thought more. Pretty easy.
And the other nomination I think we talk about is Tom Cruise. I think Tom Cruise should be pretty close. Obviously his first.
It was lovely to see no travel doing everything and stuff. Love this crowd.
He's asked about water running techniques and options.
Well, he's not wearing enough earpiece.
Definitely.
He didn't chat.
I'm coaching to the first player, and then I find out the first question they asked me is how do you carry the water on? Might be a slight concern, but I'm glad he's taking that responsibility really high.
The forwards are really. We see somebody said you can see he don't ready to play. But Bedford was better. Then always if you could just learn not to pass into big hole, but pass to each other. When they say find space, not with ball.
So we're going to see that in next week. That one quite possibly.
Yes, we are indeed. In fact,
Yes,
yes.
that's against Paul Saracen. Bobby.
Oh, yeah, I was deciding not to go because I don't stop.
No, it doesn't. No, I don't. Okay.
A full straight Saracens against promises.
Wait, Friday. Oh, I can. How does it take you? Okay, the snow?
But
A skipper.
guarantee you,
Is it about to do?
Waits the call. Anyway, thank you, Matt. Thank you.
no worries, enjoyed it. Appreciate that.
Then
Enjoy the Rascals and Gavin Kay.
I will share the comment coaching group, but I may not make them aware that was.
that's your own private
It's all stand showing the guy as you break down.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm learning to see how it is.
Yeah, I reckon the station will be very much the never business.
And the chocolate cream is standard for you.
If I don't even go to turn them as good.
Then you make a shameless big chocolate cream to get to. Using my crowds.
It's more than one way to get contract, we always say that.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.